this was one of the most remarkable finishes you'll ever see. 8 seconds to go. Listen to the crowd. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It is long enough. It is good. Stanford hits it with 4 seconds to go and takes the lead 20-19.
Game over. Game is over. Game is over, no doubt in our mind. Looked at the clock, I noticed there was 4 seconds left.
You could almost feel the air going out the balloon on our sideline. Guys were, you know, their heads were down, throwing helmets. I threw my helmet and eventually lost it.
The only thought was, are we going to kick it out of the end zone or are we going to squib it? But immediately, you know, you're thinking, this is it, it's done. Now just take care of the last 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds.
Only a miracle can save the Bears.
I got everyone together in the huddle and I said, here's what we're gonna do if you get the ball, pitch the ball, keep the ball alive, don't fall with the ball.
We set up to do a squib kick, to put the ball on the ground so it would bounce around a little bit, run out the remaining 4 seconds.
Obviously, there was some skepticism and people looking at me like I was crazy. There's only 4 seconds left in the game, but that was our only hope.
We figured it's gonna be a squib kick, try to take it back for a touchdown. Touchdown on 3. Ready, break.
All right, here we go with the kickoff. Harmon will probably try to squib it, and he does. Ball comes loose, and the Bears have to get out of bounds. Rodgers along the sideline, another one. They're still in deep trouble at midfield. They tried to do a couple of... The ball is still loose as they get it to Rodgers. They give it back now to the 30. They're down to the 20.
At that point, you know, I start to notice the Stanford band on the field. And my first thought was, hey, put your head down and go.
I've never seen anything like that. Nobody ever has, where a band interferes in a play on the field and gets involved in it almost. And so it just stunned me. And that's why I just let it go so wildly. You know, the band is on the field. I just couldn't believe it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going into the end zone.
When I realize I'm in the end zone is when I kind of start my celebration. And unfortunately, the trombone player happens to kind of pop under me right as I'm celebrating, and he kind of got the brunt of my celebration.
I turn around to, you know, to find our drum major, and then just one more time, I turn around, and that's when I just got nailed. I had no idea what had happened, what was going on behind me.
The brilliant thing about the coaching that took place was that you know how hard it is to get a Stanford trombone player to be at the right place at the right time?
Oh, the band is out on the field!
You know, I almost had the sense, without saying it, that I'd swear he nailed Terrell on purpose because he was 5 yards deep in the end zone by the time he dropped the ball on poor Gary's head.
I barely felt it. You know, I was kind of floating on air at that point. I realized I had gotten in the end zone, jumped up, he happened to kind of stroll in front of me, hit him, and then I just kept going on my celebration.
It did not hurt. I bounced off the AstroTurf, was wearing a hard hat. That came off, but I was able to gather that up, gather up my music, and just carry on.
He's going to go into the end zone! He's going into the end zone!
I just lost it. I lost it like I've never lost it in any sporting event I've ever covered, because to me it was just the zaniest, most bizarre and unheard of play that I'd ever seen at any level of sports.
And the Bears have won! The Bears have won! Oh my God!
To this day, I won't tell you that we've lost that game. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we won that game 20-19.
They'll probably say that my knee was controversial.
Dwight Garner was down, and there's no question in my mind, 20 years later, as it was 2 seconds after he went down, he was down on that play.
I had the best seat in the house. I'm the person he pitched the ball to. He was not down.
He knows the truth. The truth is out there, and Dwight knows he was down, and it's time for Dwight to admit that.
And I guess if I had to think about it, and if I look at the film, I've thought about it again, nah, wasn't down. We won. We won.
The second thing that was wrong on that play was that Marette Ford's lateral was not a lateral. I think it was a forward lateral. I think he tossed it at the 29 and it was caught at the 26 by Kevin Moen or something like that.
3 days after this great game, Stanford put out a phony Daily Cal, the daily California newspaper that goes on campus, and said that the play has been reversed by the NCAA. The touchdown didn't count. Stanford officially wins 20-19.
The headline on it said, NCAA awards big game to Stanford. And there's a picture of Coach Cap down at the bottom with the quote, life isn't fair. I swear to God it isn't fair.
And I can remember going on campus at 8 o'clock, the 8 o'clock class, walking out about 7:45, picking up one of the Daily Californians and looking at the headlines and being stunned, to the point where I ran to the athletic department to find out what was going on. And everybody said, no, it's a hoax, it's a hoax. And it was pretty good. And for a brief moment, I thought that they had overturned it. I was scared to death.
The most amazing, sensational, dramatic, heart-rending, exciting, thrilling finish in the history of college football.
It certainly was a great play for college football, and it was great for the rivalry. But I look back on it, and it was wrong. It was the wrong decision by officials. It was the wrong outcome to an otherwise great game. And some of us were robbed.
To this day, they will not admit the final score is what it is. They still list it as 20-19 in all Stanford records.
Just live with it. I mean, it's life. You win some, you lose some.
California has won the big game.